Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap video. So today, of course, unfortunate, we did take a loss on our first trade across the Apex accounts. So we did lose about 350 bucks across 10 accounts. So I did say I lost 3K. Technically, I lost a little bit more than that, but it is what it is. But today, it's just one of those days where we take the loss and we gotta pay the expenses in our business, and that's how it is. You gotta accept the loss, and you can't let it emotionally affect you, and you can't crash out from it. Take the loss, come back the next day. It's as simple as that. So we did take that loss, and then over here, as you can see, we actually did take a 15-second short on my Topstep account down to the equal lows. I'm kind of regretting not taking it on the other Topsteps because, I could have copied the other two, but it is what it is. 500 bucks is still 500 bucks. I'm not complaining. So first things first, coming into the morning, it's pretty clear that we had a nice accumulation here. I wanted to wait for some sort of manipulation, which is what we did get here. So if we do look on the 5-minute time frame, right, you'll notice that we do have this high here, right? So this 930 candle, right, we trade up into this 5-minute level here, and we fill this gap here on the 5-minute. Let me mark that out for you guys so you can see it. So this gap here, boom, we fill it with the 930 opening candle. And then the next candle opens 5 minutes later. We come up and we trade above the 830 open. So if you look on ES as well, that same candle at 935, notice how we fail to come up and tap the 830 open. So we do have an SMT here, right there, boom, and an SMT there. And if you look as well, the right here, the 935 high actually swept the 930 high. So we had a nice SMT there, right? If we hop down to the 1 minute, you'll notice that this high here took this high. ES failed to take that high. So we had an SMT here, and then we also had an SMT there. So after seeing that, we did get an inversion here. Again, I hesitated here, didn't take the short. Would have been a beautiful short down to the London lows, which was right here. London lows right here. So yeah, didn't take that short, unfortunately, and we ended up displacing all the way back down. Let me actually mark the London lows real quick, just so I could be very precise with you guys. So boom, there's the London lows. So as you can see, we actually, right here at the 942, we failed to take those lows. We trade back up into this breaker, and that sends us down to those London lows. And this line down here is the previous day's low. So we actually trade lower, fail to take the previous day's low, trade back higher into what? We actually trade back into equilibrium of the range, right? Taking out this high, and also at the same time, this high here at 951, as you can see, ES actually took the 941 high. Where is it? Oh wait, no, I'm tripping. Sorry. ES took the 941 here. Yeah, 941, boom, right here, like this. So we had an SMT there inside of a premium reacting off the breaker. And then I saw this 1 minute inversion. It was, besides all this, it was great. The only thing that was kind of throwing me off slightly was just kind of how big this gap was, right? We inversed the gap. Yeah, ES was aligned with it. It looked really good in my opinion, but obviously, we left massive fair value gap here. We filled it. At that point, I saw this rejection. I thought we were good, and of course, comes down and then eventually stops me out here. Runs what looks like this level here one more time. This is the Asia range level. We come up and tap that. That's what the dotted line is. And then pretty much just kind of chop around. We do get another fair value gap here, and we inverse that. That doesn't work. And then we do get an inversion here. This one was the one that actually did work. A little bit after 10 o'clock at 10:16, we end up running down and taking the previous day's low. Now, if we look back on the 30-minute time frame, right here, you'll notice that we actually SMT with the previous day's low. So right here at 10 a.m., ES fails to take the previous day's low, and NQ does take it. So at that point, I did want to see, I was looking to potentially take longs. I was done trading my apexes at that point. I wanted to just move over to the top steps. So We end up running higher. We create this mitigation here, right? We trade back into the mitigation right here at 1033 at this low here, and then that displaces us all the way back up to this 30-minute. Where is it? Right here. So that trades us all the way back up to edge the midnight open back to this mitigation here on the 30-minute, and then that sends us back lower. So this right here is where we actually barely tap the midnight open. So we fail to mitigate the midnight open. We reject off of this 1 minute gap here, right there, right? And then of course that sends us lower back down to this mitigation here to equilibrium of this range from this low to this high. I'll show you that real quick. So we mark this low, boom, to this high, rebalance to equilibrium inside the mitigation. So longs at that point weren't looking too good. So then at that point I just was waiting for just more confirmation at this point. So we did get that run lower back into this mitigation. And if you look here, from this high to this low, we traded up back into a premium with this range, swept out these highs here. And then at this point, I went down to the 15 second because I did notice that there were equal lows here. I'm on the MNQ chart, but on NQ, the 11 a.m. and 11:04 were actually equal lows on the mini chart. So I scaled down to the 15 second time frame and I waited for an SMT, right? So here was the premium tap here after rebalancing. So we come up, tap this, we get a nice trade lower. At this point I was like, we're probably going to take the equal lows, but that didn't happen. We actually traded back up into this fair value gap on the 15 second right here. And if you look at ES as well, ES was already trading above this high. So we did have an SMT with this high. I wanted to wait for more structure to play out to confirm that we actually did want to indeed come down to these equal lows. So we do get the SMT here, and then we also get another SMT with the 11:13 high here. As you can see on ES right here, the 11:16 high takes this high here, SMT, and then we actually do get this 15 second inversion. I wait for it to come back up to tap it. I enter short with my stop just a little bit above this 15 second volume imbalance, targeting the equal lows on the 1 minute. And of course, we end up coming down and taking them literally by a tick. That was the rest of my trade for the Topstep, and that was pretty much the trade that I took that finished off the day for me. Like I said, unfortunate loss on the Apexes, but it is what it is. Gotta accept your losses. They're gonna happen. They're gonna creep up on you at some point. Don't get cocky. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Please, I promise NQ is gonna humble you. Take your loss and move on, all right? My rule indicates that if I take one loss on one account or the 10 accounts on my Apexes, I'm done. At that point, I can move to Topstep. If I take a loss, I'm done. But fortunately, I did take that win, and that I called it for the day there. So that was pretty much the trade. I mean, at this point, the price action was not too good here, and then of course we did get this final run lower, and then we got this move here. But you know, it is what it is. It's Q4, not the best months to be trading, but it's all good, guys. It's all good. Got to take the loss. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. I hope this was educational and informative for you guys. Hope you can understand that in order for you guys to be profitable, you have to accept the losses. It's a must. You have to accept it. Don't have that need to want to make that money back. That's just gonna, in turn, it's gonna destroy you in the long run, bro. I promise. I've been there. I've blown plenty of funded accounts in the past, and I've learned from the experiences, and I just got tired of not being successful in this shit. So that's when I finally started to take this shit seriously, and I realized that this is a long-term game. You can't let one loss on one day affect how you think your entire career is gonna pan out. Just a little bit of a yap there, but that's all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like on the video, leave any comments or suggestions. Also, join the free Discord. I did end up calling out this loss today, unfortunately, and I did end up calling this win as well. So make sure to go and join the free Discord. I'd also do one-on-one mentorships if you guys want to go and check that out. There's going to be a link in my beacons and my profile, a whole bunch of different stuff. So definitely go and check that out if you need help. And that is what I'm going to leave you guys with today. Most likely, probably won't trade tomorrow. I'll be on the charts to see if there is anything, but I'm not going to force anything. I'll be back next week for sure, Monday. next week we got some pretty good news, so we're just gonna see how the rest of this week plays out. Yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow or next week. Peace.